we are starting the cabinets. So Dad, the other day when I was at work, did the bottom part of it and kind of figured out where the oven's gonna go, dishwasher, things like that. And we just started today working on the walls. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So now we're working on the table. So we decided not to go with a regular dining room table because we don't have a lot of space. So what we're doing instead is we're making our own kind of bar slash table, kitchen table. And we have these huge pine slabs that we got from the gentleman that we bought all the cedar from. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're starting the process of designing this thing. Dad is very happy with his new Craftsman skill saw he just bought. It's got a little laser guide and everything on it. He paid $20 at a pawn shop for that guy because it didn't work. Well, come to find out, it was just the cord. So he took it apart, a couple minutes, got it all wired back together, and he said probably the nicest saw he's ever had for 20 bucks. So this is kind of the rough version so far. This is kind of just some pieces we put together.
I'm gonna put this 2x4 in like this temporary, and then we'll put it like this permanent.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think? Yeah, it's gonna be a nice size table.
So that's the rough idea. We got to go back, sand it out. We got a few little bit of tweaks to do, but as you can tell, there's plenty of space underneath. We can have a bench or stools or whatever. We can sit on the end, maybe have one or two people, or maybe even just a few kids on the end. But yep, that's the rough concept. But eventually we'll have it all trimmed out too. We're gonna use the tongue and groove, but we kind of did the live edge on purpose too. So we got that little bit of a live edge, that knot on the end, just to kind of make it look pretty neat. So this is all Dad's idea. I would take credit, but I had nothing to do with it. So there you go.
Oh, I was gonna put this in a little bit.
So basically what we're doing is we're taking these 2x4s and connecting the two pieces of the table together. Now normally what you would do if you want a tight seal is you would take clamps and glue. You would glue the seam and then put clamps across it, pull it super, super tight, and then you could actually do some angle screws in there too if you wanted. But since it's already pretty tight and we're going for rustic and we don't have clamps, we're not gonna do that. But we think it's gonna look pretty good the way it is. Again, that's the beautiful thing about going rustic. We don't have to be as picky as if we were building like an actual table, which if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know we used to do, and it is possible to do it, but man, oh man, it's a big job. So as you can tell too, it's a little bit of a gap. I don't know if you can see that, it's risen up a little bit, but it's gonna be flat on the top. This one's a little bit thicker than this one. We don't have a planer, and instead of trying to sand it down and spend 2 hours trying to do that, we're just gonna make it even on top, and you probably won't even be able to tell.
Anyway, my super strength. I've got it clamped so tight.
What he meant to say is his super strength's kind of running out. I don't know if you know this, but he's getting a little older. Hey, it's gonna be his birthday pretty soon. Mine as well. We were both born in October, so we got birthdays coming up, so yay, happy birthday. My stepbrother was born in October too, so my son was saying the other day how exhausting this time of the year is because so much of our family was born September, October, November. Then there's Thanksgiving, then there's Christmas. I mean, it's birthday season. And normally I don't celebrate my birthday because there's so much going on. But this year, I think me and my kids are gonna go on a little weekend trip to an arcade in Little Rock. It's a place called Vortex. If you've never been there, the place is amazing. And it's worth the drive. We're gonna go there for the weekend and have a good old time, so pretty excited. And if you see this video, I'm way ahead on footage, so it's probably after October. If this is after October, we had a lot of fun, probably. All right, there it is. Gonna look a lot like a big picnic table, pretty much. And again, there is a bit of a gap, but we talked about, you know, if it bothers us, we'll just do some wood putty or something in the middle and call it good. Yeah, pretty unique dining room table we're gonna have. Alrighty, smooth as a baby's tuchus. So Dad pretty much knew what he wanted. So as soon as we got all the cedar for the siding, he also asked him for some pine, some thick pine for that table. But after cutting up the tree to give us the thick slabs, they went ahead and gave us these thinner slabs too, and there's quite a few of them. We didn't really know what we're going to use them for, so we just kind of stacked them out here to dry them. But since we, you know, was kind of thrown in the deal, we figured we might as well take them. Well, then it dawned on me as we were putting the table together and having the live edge, why not go ahead and do the countertops the same way? Now, we had talked about buying some actual countertops. He said it would have been around $600. But again, having these, we might as well do it ourselves. They're not that hard to connect. We don't have a lot of counter space anyways. So once we put the back on there, get this all sanded down and nice, it's gonna flow really well. Especially having the live edges. It's gonna flow really well with our table that's right next door. So yeah, it's gonna work out really good. I think it's gonna be very rustic. All right, it's a chilly morning. So Dad has even said he's not really a counter guy. He's not really a cabinet guy, but we've got a pretty solid plan. We spent yesterday just trying to piece it together to see how it was gonna go. So today we are officially assembling it. So here we go. Basically what we're doing right now is we're kind of putting together the outer shell, and we'll put some better wood and make it look nicer at some point. But yeah, just basically piecing together the shell right now, making the place for the sink, which is going to be right where he is. And then we've got the place for the dishwasher. We got the oven. Then we got the refrigerator. And then the hot water and heater is going to go right there. And it's amazing because he was saying it literally just like absolutely perfect how everything's going to fit in. And I'm assuming it might have been intentional. Well, actually, it's funny.
It's not accidentally perfect. It's accidentally just right. No room to spare.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
It's funny because originally he planned on a little space between the oven and the refrigerator, which was going to be where I kind of maybe had my coffee pot or something like that. but it ended up working out where everything is snug as a bug in a rug. I mean, there is, this whole situation has been like this, like with God getting involved. I'm telling you, it's just everything just seems to be working out. Hey, how you doing? I mean, even this, you know, he bought that saw I showed you earlier, the saw that he got for 20 bucks. It's actually a very, very expensive saw. Also got this table saw, which just, the RPMs on this thing is unreal. It sounds like it's a jet engine about to take off. But same thing, just super, super cheap. How much did you pay for the table saw?
$40 is about as much as the blade would have cost me.
Yeah, so 40 bucks for that table saw, and then we already had the legs, so we just bolted it down. But we're gonna use that for the trim work. So basically, you know, he just goes around to pawn shops. He actually made a really good relationship with a guy at a pawn shop he's been going to for a long, long time. And the guy just gives him deals all the time. And again, the importance of being good to people, treating people right. And like Dad said, this guy's got his business for life. He's just going to keep going back to him first every single time. And let's get back to work. Yeah, so what he's talking about is this laser on the saw. The saw he paid 20 bucks for. What'd you say this was, a $120 saw or something like that?
Probably $140 or $50 saw.
150, and of course it's a Craftsman. I think everything he has is Craftsman. I don't know a lot about tools, but I know he likes Craftsman a lot. Even his tape measure is a Craftsman. Look at that. Craftsman fanatic.
It works.
Yeah. Craftsman light. Craftsman jigsaw. Craftsman sandpaper. No, I'm just kidding. If they had Craftsman sandpaper, I'm sure you'd get it. Well, I get to do my favoriteest part ever. Sanding. Look at that. Not Craftsman. Black & Decker. But I did say a while ago, if there was Craftsman sandpaper on a Black & Decker sander, what have we become? And by the way, I hate sanding, but that's okay. Luckily, we don't have too much to do. Got this one there, this one here, and a few little small pieces to fill in the gaps. It's not so bad. So we have this one little notch in the table that we got to cut out to make it fit around the cabinets. So that's what we're working on at the moment. So this is why it's pretty nice being able to build your own table. I mean, this is not expert level stuff in any way. It's really just putting two slabs together, sanding it down really good. We're going with the live edge. So good thing about the live edge is that the front of the counter doesn't even have to be that straight because it's a live edge. So even if we're a little bit crooked, you won't even be able to tell because of the live edge again. So there's so many cool things about doing it this way. All right, so this is our official first use of the table saw. So I'm telling you, the RPMs on this thing are nuts. I just keep expecting it to take off into the atmosphere. So there you have it. Works pretty good. As you can tell, what we're doing is we're using the leftover tongue and groove that we had for the ceiling to finish the cabinet. So we've been able to use, I'm pretty sure, nothing but scrap to make these cabinets. Just want to give a little shout out to Mr. Tim Knight, which I actually haven't met him yet, but He's the guy who sold us all the siding, the pine slabs and everything that we're using. And you know, he may watch the videos. I know he watched 1 or 2 of them. So again, just want to give a little shout out to him. Thanks for hooking us up. It's turning out really good. And just want to, you know, ask that you maybe say a prayer for his ministry and everything they're doing. And yeah, so there you go. Said it before and I'll say it again. God is with us. Every time, the amount of things that you would be considering coincidence have been astronomical, and it keeps happening again and again and again and again. Now again, you could still say it's coincidence, but man, I'm telling you, you get God involved with your life. We still got to work. It's still hard. We still make mistakes. You still have the human element mixed in there quite a bit. And between the two of us, there's quite a few mistakes made, you know, plenty of human element. But man, just it's just fun to see how everything is working out. So, how much did we spend? Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know the exact amount, but we spent $200 on the tops, and everything else was leftover plywood and tongue and groove. So we definitely saved a lot of money. But hey, we still got some work to do, so make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.